Some say Chinese is one of the most difficult languages in the world, and learning it is almost impossible.
So learning Chinese, the most difficult thing.
非常非常非常非常非常难.
So I'm sort of tone deaf. I can't really hear them.
I think the cultural mindset is the biggest complication for
The grammar.
知吃思诗都还难
It's just complicated so much.
Only because you're not learning it in the right way. Why not try Takeaway Chinese, where you can take some Chinese away and experience progress day by day. Takeaway Chinese, we will promise you a difference.
你好，欢迎收听随行汉语 Welcome to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niu Honglin. Joining me today, the artsy and athletic Tony Reed. Hi, Tony.
Hello, everyone. Pleasure to be here, as usual.
Great to have you here. I think the studio is a little bit hotter than usual today.
Yeah, it is, and it's nice, because normally I'm freezing in here, but now it's, I think the weather, the temperature here is perfect.
所以今天直播间的温度没有那么低。
So here we would say temperature, not weather, right? So in this room, how would we say the temperature?
温度
Wendu.
Yes. So the temperature in the room is not that low. 没有那么低. It's usually pretty cold in here, but I think it's because even though we've already set the AC on and everything, it's still too hot out there. So it's hard to keep it really freezing here.
So 这里的
温度没那么低。
没
那么 That. It's not that cold. 没那么低. But it is summertime, and when it's summertime, there are a lot of things you need to do to, protect yourself from the very hot weather. And today we are going to discuss that. If you're interested in Chinese culture and you want to get a grip with the Chinese language, then this is the show for you. Stick with us for 30 minutes a day and you soon see the rewards. And for more fun Chinese learning, follow our Facebook page, CRI Learn Chinese, to watch many fun videos and live streams. But now, let's provide you with some free Chinese for takeaway. 夏天了，出门记得涂防晒霜哦。我不习惯用防晒霜，太油了。不过我会戴墨镜。天气太热的时候，我也会打伞。
This sounds like a really common conversation, especially in the summer with all this sun going on. People have to bring out their, I guess you could say, protection.
Yeah, protection. And people have different ways to, spend a hot summertime, or let's say to avoid them from getting sunburned or something.
Well, yeah, some people like
outdoor.
to go in the sun and just, bake.
Yeah, but you still need to bake with some, tan oil or something.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Some people put on some, sunscreen or something. SP, whatever, on their skin.
It's not only about not getting the tan, because I agree, some Chinese girls don't like to get tan, but it's also about not get sunburn, so it's always important. And for some people, the right way to do it is 夏天了，出门记得涂防晒霜.
Yeah, so this is summertime, right? 夏天了, so it's summertime. 出门 here. 出门.
Yeah, so 出门记得涂防晒霜 actually mean remember to wear sunblock before going outdoors. And here 出门 is outdoor. Going outdoor. Yes, 出门.
And here 记得. This is remember, right?
Remember.
Okay. And 涂防晒霜. So 防晒霜this is the sunblock or the sunscreen.
This is the sunblock, yes.
What does the 涂mean here?
涂 is actually a verb.
Okay.
It means to rub it on.
Apply.
Apply, exactly. So it's kind of like you put them on your skin. You have a semi-liquid, semi-solid, maybe not solid, semi-concrete kind of material, and you apply it and put it on in a flat manner. Like a cream, and you flatten it. That is the verb 涂, because you not only use 涂 to describe.
Okay, what about butter? It sounds like butter, you would apply it flat.
Yeah, you kind of can use 涂 as well.
Yeah.
涂黄油, yes. So you flatten it, you apply it. That's 涂. And 防晒 is sunblock. 霜 would be cream because there are different kinds of 防晒. In China, we also use sometimes 防晒乳. That's the sunblock lotion kind of thing. And also 防晒喷雾. 喷雾 would be, how to say 喷雾? The mist.
Oh, you spray on.
You spray on, yes. So for mist, you don't really 涂, you 喷 because you spray on the mist. Yeah, see, different verbs. So 夏天了, it is summertime. 出门, going outdoor. 记得, remember to 涂防晒霜. Apply the sunblock or spread or rub the sunblock.
Spread just sounds
Does
weird.
not
Like
work.
you're a
Does
chicken
not
or
work.
something.
Does not work. But that's the verb 涂 here. So apply 防晒霜 sunblock. And then part B said, 我不习惯用防晒霜，太油了。不过我会戴墨镜。
So I'm not used to sunblock. It's too oily.
Yes.
Right? And then Mojang, this is I wear sunglasses.
Exactly. Yeah, that's great. 我不习惯用防晒霜，不习惯。
So again, 不习惯 is used to. So not used to.
Not used to.
doing
不
something,
习
right?
惯。
And then 用 here, is this use?
It is use. It's exactly use.
Okay.
So we say
not used to using. And then 防晒霜, this is I'm not used to using sunscreen or sunblock lotion or sunblock. So many names for it. Sorry.
So many names for it. Yes, because actually, there are people, especially male, like very manly male, decided that using 防晒霜 is, you know,
a little girly.
A little girly, especially for some 防晒霜 here in China. When you apply them on your skin, you get more pale, you get whiter.
Oh, skin whitening sunscreen.
Yes, see, you get it. And that is why some people say 我不习惯用防晒霜. I'm not used to using the sunblock 防晒霜. And 太油了 is another reason. 太油了.
This is here. This is not have. This means oil, right?
Oil, yes. Have is 有.
Okay, so it's the third tone.
有. So 油 would be 油, that's oil.
Oil.
And it's actually all kinds of oily stuff. For example, 炒菜的油, that's the oil you use to cook.
Okay.
That's edible oil. Can I say that?
Yeah, edible oil.
Edible
Cooking
oil. Yeah, and of course we have 植物油, so the oil you get from peanuts or any. Yep, that's 植物, that's any plants. And also 动物油, that's the oil you extract from animal.
Oh.
Some people cook with that too.
Okay.
And also petroleum, that'll be 汽油.
汽油.
汽油. So C is also 油. What else? And if you think this person is a little bit oily in terms of personality.
That's what I don't understand. It's kind of funny. Like someone has an oily personality. Like, what does that mean?
Oily
exactly?
personality, because I think in ancient time you would say oily is a good thing because oil means energy. It means you can feed yourself, you can support yourself, you have enough.
加油, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the positive sentiment. You want the oil in the food because that means the food is tasty and also it can last longer in your system and support you, providing you with the energy. I think in modern day China, more and more people realize that it's important to stay healthy. And one way to stay healthy is to, you can have the clean and clear and straightforward kind of feeling. Instead of the oily feeling, we say 油腻. When someone is 油腻, he is always not very cool.
You said he. Is it always a he?
Girls can be 油腻 as well, but yeah, it's often he is not that cool looking already. Okay. He does not like to go to the gym.
Okay.
Looking after himself, and he still believes that he's really cool, and he tried to hit on not very close girls, so he hit on maybe not strangers but like acquaintance, and giving the vibe that, oh, I'm so cool, and that is 油腻, very oily.
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 So cool but not. Or
he thinks it's cool, but he's not. So 油腻, it's a thing. If you guys know anything about 油腻, you can, leave a comment in the comment board and let me know what's your understanding towards the word 油腻.
So
because
funny.
you really don't want 油腻 in a hot summer day, right? Or anytime actually. So 太油了, and yeah, I agree. Some sunblock is a little bit too oily. You have it and it's not comfortable on your skin. And that is why 不过我会戴墨镜.
So 不过 is another way of saying but, right?
But, yes.
So you could use 不过 or 但是, right? 我会 I would.
I would.
戴 this is wear.
Wear.
And then 墨镜 is
墨镜
sunglasses,
is
right?
sunglasses. Yes, exactly. So 墨 actually means ink. So, for example, we have this very useful and common concept in Chinese that you have 笔墨纸砚. It's basically the paper and ink and brush you need to write. So if you have 笔墨纸砚 at home, it means you're someone who at least writes. You are a knowledgeable person. And the 墨 is the ink. And if you ink your glasses, they'll turn black and they become sunglasses. Voila! No, that's not it. It's just 墨 can also be black, and you have the dark sunglasses, sunblock, with sunblocking function. So 墨镜, if you remember 墨 as ink, you ink your glasses, you get sunglasses. 墨镜.
Interesting.
墨镜. And 戴 is a verb here. I think it's important to understand the differentiating points between 戴 and 穿, because 穿戴 actually is a Chinese word.
Okay.
It means wear. And both 穿 and 戴 mean wear. And you have to remember the correlation. Because, for example, we say 穿衣戴帽. So 穿衣服, wear clothes. 戴帽子 is wear hats. When it comes to hat or glasses or
some item that you put on your body, or
yes, like bracelet or necklace, you use 戴. But with clothes, for example, t-shirt or pants, you say 穿.
So these are things you have to put on, maybe like put on your body.
Yeah.
Wear, put on.
See, I think it's really similar. So try to remember, at least remember 穿衣服, 穿裤子, and 戴帽子, 戴墨镜. 戴墨镜. Yes. So remember that. And that's 穿 and 戴. They both mean wear, but they pair up with different items, different stuff.
Okay.
And then part A said, 天气太热的时候我也会打伞.
So 天气 is weather, 太热 is really hot. 的时候, I think this is really useful. This is like when I'm
Exactly,
in
that's a
this
very
state.
useful one.
And then 我也会, I would also, or and then 大 is hold here.
Is
and
hold here.
伞
伞
is umbrella. Right?
It's umbrella, yes. So actually here, 打伞, hold an umbrella. And 天气 is weather, we know that already. 天气太热的时候我也会打伞. So 的时候 is kind of like the key grammar point here. So 的时候 means when. And of course, like in English, you can add a whole complete sentence after when. You can add a whole complete sentence in front of 的时候, before 的时候. For example, when I was in college, I have a lot of friends. I had a lot of friends. That's a sad sentence. It shows that I don't
Means
have
you don't have any
anymore.
friends now.
Yeah. Anyway, when I was in college,
College is 大学.
大学.
So 我上大学.
我上大学.
我有
The key grammar point here.
的时候.
There you go.
我有很多朋友.
朋友, yes. 我上大学的时候有很多朋友. So you can see 我上大学, that's a full complete sentence. I go to college or university. 的时候, that's the when. You put the when. In English, you put the when in front of the sentence. And in Chinese, you put the when after the sentence.
Okay.
So you put 的时候 after the sentence. 上大学的时候 or 我上大学的时候. And then you have another sentence saying what you want to say. 我有很多朋友. I have a lot of friends. And also, for example, I can say When you're not here, I'll miss you.
So when you're not here, 你不在的时候，
你不在的时候，
我会想你。
See? 你不在的时候，我会想你。When you're not here, I'll miss you. The thing is, in Chinese, you can shorten things and you can omit certain subjects. So not only can you put a complete sentence in front of 的时候, you can also have just a verb or, just a noun in front of 的时候. So doing something or want something. For example, I can say 我上课的时候很认真. So when I'm attending a class, I am very careful, I am very concentrated. But you can also just say 上课的时候. So having classes, you can omit certain things. So if I want to say, don't eat when you're in class.
上课的时候，不吃。
不要吃东西。
不要吃
东西。东西 is stuff.
Okay.
上课的时候 See, in front of this 的时候 you don't have a complete sentence, but it still makes sense.
Class, when in class.
Yeah, when in class. 上课的时候 And also 开会的时候不要聊天。开会的时候
开会
的时候
It's a meeting, right?
It's a meeting.
So during a meeting, I don't like big mouths.
Don't talk, yeah, don't talk.
Because 聊天, right?
聊天
This means someone chatting?
Chatting,
Okay.
聊天
So it's not a person who chats.
No, it's chatting.
It's just chatting.
Yes, so that's how you use 的时候. And for our Facebook friends, please let me know if you know how to use 的时候 to come up with a sentence. And try to give as much example as possible on the comment board so we can, judge you a little bit. No, we can let you know if you know how to use it and if it's a correct Chinese sentence. I'm gonna give you one last example to see if you know how to do that.
All right.
Okay, that's a good one because I actually use that in daily conversation. Please don't laugh when I'm angry.
Oh, please don't laugh when I'm angry. So, 我生气的时候。
我生气。
生气的时候。不要笑。
不要笑, yes. Okay. I think it's very annoying because for some guys, when their girls get angry or upset, it's a little bit cute.
Yeah,
and that's why
cute.
You started to laugh. But it's not good behavior. We feel like you belittle our anger and everything. So, 生气的时候，我生气的时候，请不要笑. Don't laugh when I'm angry.
不要笑. I don't like smile.
Don't laugh. I think it's more about laughing. If they're smiling, it's kind of like, not that serious. It's fine. But
okay.
Don't do any of that. Go make your girl happy.
不要 here is like I don't like, right?
不要 is don't.
When you don't, 不要, there's another way to say don't, right?
别
right.
别
笑.
别笑. You can say this.
Okay.
我生气的时候别笑. And do you have any other questions?
So if I want to say when I'm tired, I want to sleep. So
我累
的时候我要
睡觉. 睡觉. Yes, that's how you do it. All right, then let's practice the conversation. 夏天了，出门记得涂防晒霜哦。
我不习惯用防晒霜，太油了。不过我会戴墨镜。
天气太热的时候，我也会打伞。
真的吗？
真的呢。You're listening to Takeaway Chinese with myself, Niu Honglin, and Tony. We would love to hear from you. Send us your thoughts by email to learnchinese@cri.com.cn. Coming up next, let's talk about some Chinese ways to spend a cool summer. Don't go away, so you will take some Chinese away. Welcome back to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niu Honglin, joined by Tony today. Hi, Tony.
Hey, Honglin.
What is your personal best or favorite way to spend summertime? Is there a little trick? Do you have a thing that you need to do to have a cool summer instead of a, I don't know, toasted summer? Or
Well, you got to make sure your AC is working.
空调最重要.
That's huge. Kong Tiao. And then, that fruit. It's cui bean. How do you say watermelon?
西瓜.
Oh, 西瓜.
I thought you were gonna say 碎冰, so broken ice chips.
Oh.
Like the little ice chips. 碎 is like you broke something, you make them into pieces. So 碎冰 would be like little pieces of ice.
Yeah, it's like shredded ice.
Shredded ice, yeah.
Different, like, I don't know, like red bean and different things in it. I learned that in Korea.
Oh, that's actually we sometimes call them 冰粥, so ice porridge.
Okay, ice porridge.
Ice porridge. It's not really porridge or, or soup, but it's kind of like you have a porridge made of ice.
Yeah, yeah. But back home, it's mainly, I guess you could say, a lot of watermelon.
西瓜.
And swimming.
Swimming, 游泳.
游泳.
That's swimming. 游泳. Yes.
I feel like back home, swimming is huge, and that's 游泳.
游泳. 游泳.
And also watermelon. And I
西瓜, 游泳. And what's the first one?
And air conditioning.
Oh yeah, 空调. Air conditioning, yeah, very important. Air conditioning, 空调.
Yeah, a lot of people I know, I mean, when it's blazing outside, people just stay indoors, or if they have to drive somewhere, they have their AC on in their car. Lemonade.
Oh, 柠檬.
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 Oh, 柠檬.
Yeah, 柠檬. N-I-N-G. 柠檬.
Okay. Yeah, lemonade, watermelon, and AC.
That's the thing.
Yeah, and some people do popsicles or ice cream, but not too many. I think mainly kids.
Actually, when I was a kid, AC was not a thing when I was a kid.
It was not a thing.
It was not a thing. It was too expensive.
Oh, man.
And I have to say, I don't know if it's global warming, 全球变暖. I don't know if it's global warming or not. Or maybe just Beijing is a lot hotter than back home. It's possible that too. The thing is, when I was a kid, we didn't have AC. 我们没有空调. What we had was an electric fan, 电扇. So 电 is electricity, 电. And fan is 扇子 or 扇.
扇子.
So 电扇 would be an electric fan. And also we had 凉席.
凉席? What is 凉席?
凉 is cold or cool. And 席 is kind of like a mattress.
Cold mattress.
A cold mattress, 凉席. Yeah, so in summertime we would sleep on a 凉席. So 凉, we know cold mattress, 凉席, but actually it's a kind of a bamboo mat. It's a bamboo mat, so it's cooler than any kind of fabric, and you lay it on the bed. And of course, if you sleep on it for like half an hour, it turned a little bit hot already. But you can turn yourself over to move a little bit to the colder places, and that's how you spend summer day. So for us, when I was a kid, it was 电扇和凉席. 我们没有空调，只有电扇和凉席.
Wow, an ice or a cold mattress.
Cold mattress.
Never heard that before.
They are actually very good.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
And
I don't know anyone who would want to lay down on a cold mattress.
It's very healthy. It's actually healthier than 空调, because for 空调, it's like we have a saying in Chinese, 空调病.
空调病. So 病 is ice.
病 is illness.
Oh.
病, illness. So 空调病 means for some people, if they stay in a room with IC on for too long or have direct IC air to them, they will feel uncomfortable and have a, under the weather or a kind of strange cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's 空调病 in Chinese. We summarize all the symptoms and say that's the symptoms caused by AC. And we call them an AC disease or something. So actually, if you think about it, 扇子 or even 中国传统扇子, traditional Chinese fan, like the menu one, you cannot use
the manual, and you have to wave it back and forth.
Yeah. And also the 竹席 or 凉席, the bamboo mat or cold mattress, cold mat, they're very, very healthy.
Well, those fans that you were talking about earlier, I mean, I noticed some of them are a lot more extravagant than others. I mean, is this a way
beautiful.
to is this a way to kind of show your status a little bit, or is it just
of course it's not now, but in ancient time, you can have 传统扇子 traditional fans made out of different material.
Okay.
Of course, if you have one with a bamboo structure and some fabric, it's a common standard fan. But if you're using jade as the structure, and also maybe if the painting on the paper fan was done by a certain famous people, then there is your status. So you can always show off in different ways.
Yeah, pull up your jade fan and wave it like, yeah, look at my fan.
Yeah, if your fan is signed by, I don't know, very famous people, yeah, then they're famous. So yeah, it's a thing. And of course, for male and female, there are different shapes of fans.
Okay.
Yeah, and they have different characters, different traits. It's fun.
Interesting.
And on top of 凉席 and 扇子, you can also, cool yourself from the inside. I'm not talking about 冷饮, cold beverage, 冷饮. I'm actually talking about 酸梅汤. Have you ever heard of 酸梅汤?
I've heard of tang. That's like a soup or...
Soup. 酸梅汤 actually is plum juice.
Plum juice.
Plum juice. So we've talked a little bit about traditional Chinese medicine. You're not supposed to have super cold water if you are just coming back home from a super hot environment, because the contrast and the energy clashing in your body would
creates moisture in the body.
See, you know your Chinese too well already. And that is why you need the kind of, mildly cold energy in your body. You want it to help you cope with the hot, not to just directly contrast or have a war in your body to that. And that is why 酸梅汤 is a really good choice. It is a traditional healthy beverage for summer, and as the recipe to make the drink has hawthorn fruit in Chinese medicine, some different herbs, and of course plum. And with all that, it can reduce the harm from summer heat to human body.
Wow, I'm gonna have to try some of that plum juice. I'm a fan of Chinese medicine because it's natural. So if it's natural, I'll try it.
And it's very, very healthy.
Sounds good to me.
Here we go. These are some ways for you to spend a cool summertime in the very, very hot Beijing. Remember, 竹席 or 凉席, that's the bamboo mat. 扇子, that's the fan. And of course, 酸梅汤, the plum juice. 酸梅汤.